train services on the Shorncliffe, Sunshine Coast and Caboolture lines, Queensland Rail. Shorncliffe line services. Hours of operation. Inbound, Monday to Thursday, 5:09 a.m. to 12:09 a.m. Friday, 5:09 a.m. to 12:39 a.m. Saturday, 5:09 a.m. to 12:39 a.m. Sunday, 6:09 a.m. to 11:39 p.m. Outbound, Monday to Thursday, 4:39 a.m. to 12:20 a.m. Friday, 4:39 a.m. to 1:20 a.m. Saturday, 4:39 a.m. to 1:29 a.m. Sunday, 5:09 a.m. to 11:20 p.m. Frequency, peak, weekdays, 15 minutes, Shorncliffe to Binder. 15 minutes or better, Northgate to the CBD. Weekends not applicable. Off-peak, weekdays, 30 minutes, Shorncliffe to Binder. 15 minutes or better, Northgate to the CBD. Weekends, 30 minutes. Service description. A train service which stops all stations between Shorncliffe and Brisbane CBD. Key stops: Shorncliffe, Sandgate, Deagon, North Boondall, Boondall, Nudgee, Banyo, Binder, Northgate, Nunda, Toombul, Eagle Junction, Wooloowin, Albion, Bowen Hills, Fortitude Valley, Central and Roma Street stations. Key interchange locations: Northgate, Eagle Junction, Bowen Hills and Central stations. Caboolture line services. Hours of operation. Inbound from Caboolture, Monday to Thursday, 3:52 a.m. to 11:22 p.m. Friday, 3:52 a.m. to 11:52 p.m. Saturday, 4:52 a.m. to 11:52 p.m. Sunday, 4:52 a.m. to 9:52 p.m. Inbound from Petrie, Monday to Thursday, 4:13 a.m. to 11:43 p.m. Friday, 4:13 a.m. to 12:13 a.m. Saturday, 5:13 a.m. to 12:13 a.m. Sunday, 5:13 a.m. to 10:13 p.m. Outbound from Central, Monday to Thursday, 4:37 a.m. to 11:37 p.m. Friday, 4:37 a.m. to 12:07 a.m. Saturday, 3:46 a.m. to 12:07 a.m. Sunday, 3:46 a.m. to 11:07 p.m. Frequency, peak, weekdays, 6 to 18 minutes. Weekend not applicable. Off-peak, weekdays, 30 minutes. Weekend, 30 minutes. Service description. Express and all station train services from Caboolture or Petrie to Brisbane City. Note, express services may vary. Refer to the Caboolture line timetable for more information. Key stops. All stations: Caboolture, Morayfield, Burpengary, Narangba, Dacabin, Petrie, Launton, Bray Park, Strathpine, Bald Hills, Castledine, Zilmere, Geebung, Sunshine, Virginia, Northgate, Nunda, Toombul, Eagle Junction, Wooloowin, Albion, Bowen Hills, Fortitude Valley, Central and Roma Street stations. Express services: Caboolture, Petrie, Northgate, Nunda, Toombul, Eagle Junction, Wooloowin, Albion, Bowen Hills, Fortitude Valley, Central and Roma Street stations. Note again, express services may vary. Refer to the Caboolture line timetable for more information. Additional services. 2 new outbound express services will be introduced each weekday. Stopping pattern: all stations from the CBD to Northgate, express to Petrie, then all stations to Caboolture. Peak: afternoon. Departing station: Central. Departing time: 3:55 p.m. Stopping pattern: all stations from the CBD to Northgate, express to Petrie, then all stations to Caboolture. Arrival station: Petrie. Arrival time: 4:30 p.m. Arrival station: Caboolture. Arrival time: 4:50 p.m. Peak: afternoon. Departing station: Central. Departing time: 4:10 p.m. Stopping pattern: all stations from the CBD to Northgate, express to Petrie, then all stations to Caboolture. Arrival station: Petrie. Arrival time: 4:45 p.m. Arrival station: Caboolture. Arrival time: 5:05 p.m. Timetable changes. The current all stops Caboolture service departing Central Station at 4:07 p.m. will terminate at Petrie. If you normally catch this train to stations beyond Petrie, you will need to transfer. The current 4:22 p.m. Caboolture Express service will depart 6 minutes later at 4:28 p.m. Sunshine Coast Line services. Note: for services inbound to Brisbane City, see Caboolture line information. Hours of operation. Outbound: Petrie, Caboolture, Nambour. Outbound from Caboolture, Monday to Friday, 5:45 a.m. to 11:54 p.m. Saturday, 7:24 a.m. to 9:24 p.m. Sunday, 7:24 a.m. to 8:54 p.m. Outbound from Petrie, Monday to Friday, 5:20 a.m. to 11:39 p.m. Saturday, 7:09 a.m. to 9:09 p.m. Sunday, 7:09 a.m. to 8:39 p.m. Frequency: outbound, Petrie, Caboolture, Nambour. Peak: Monday to Friday, less than or equal to 30 minutes, 8 services in 3 hours. Weekend, not applicable. Off-peak, Monday to Friday, 90 minutes from Caboolture. Select services travel express from Brisbane CBD to Caboolture. Weekend, 90 minutes. Service description. Express and all stations train services from Gympie North or Nambour to Brisbane CBD via Caboolture and Petrie. Key interchange locations: Nambour, Landsborough, Beerwah, Australia Zoo, Caboolture. Additional services. 2 peak express services will be introduced between Nambour and the CBD, stopping at both Caboolture and Petrie stations. Peak: morning. Departing station: Nambour. Departing time: 5:07 a.m. Stopping pattern: all stations to Caboolture, express to Northgate, then all stations to the CBD. Arrival station: Caboolture. Arrival time 6:04 a.m. Arrival station Central. Arrival time 6:53 a.m. Peak afternoon. Departing station Central. Departing time 4:22 p.m. Stopping pattern: all stations from the CBD to Bowen Hills, express to Caboolture stopping only at Northgate, then all stations to Nambour. Arrival station Caboolture. Arrival time 5:11 p.m. Arrival station Nambour. Arrival time 6:10 p.m. Timetable changes. The current 4:34 p.m. Nambour Express service, running express from Northgate to Petrie, will depart Central 6 minutes later at 4:40 p.m. Minor timetable changes will also be made to 2 outbound Gympie North services. The morning outbound service will depart Central Station 4 minutes earlier at 9:33 a.m, arriving at Caboolture at 10:17 a.m. and Gympie North at 12:39 p.m. The afternoon peak outbound service will depart Central Station at 5:51 p.m, arrives at Caboolture at 6:41 p.m, Nambour at 7:44 p.m, and Gympie North at 8:48 p.m. Gympie North services. Outbound services CBD to Gympie North, weekend. Services depart Central Station at 12:06 p.m. Sunday and 5:07 p.m. both days. Inbound services Gympie North to CBD. Services depart Gympie North Station at 5:56 a.m. and 1:20 p.m. Monday to Friday. 5:50 a.m. and 8:47 p.m. Saturday and 3:50 p.m. Sunday. Getting around the Moreton Bay region. Destination and routes. Bus and train stations and interchanges. North Lake Station. Routes 679, 680, 682, 684, 687, 688, 689. Bribie Island Park and Ride. 640, 641, 642, 643, 644. Caboolture Station. 640, 643, 649, 651, 652, 653, 654, 655, 657, 660. Sandgate Station. 690, 695. Petrie Station. 675, 676, 677, 680, 681, 683, 685, 686, 687. Narangba Station. 663, 668. Morayfield Station. 651, 653, 654, 656, 667. Launton Station. 669, 674. Bray Park Station. 669, 671, 672, 673. Burpengary Station. 664. Strathpine Station. 670. Shopping centres. Bribie Island Shopping Centre. 640, 641, 642, 643, 644. Peninsula Fair Shopping Centre. 660, 680, 693, 694, 695, 696, 697. Westfield North Lake Shopping Centre. 688, 689. Margate Shopping Centre. 690, 693, 694, 696, 697. Westfield Strathpine Shopping Centre, 669 670 671 672 673 674 680. Deagon Market Square, P315. Kalanga Fair Shopping Centre, 676 677 680 681 684 687. Caboolture Park Shopping Centre, 651 652 653 654. Morayfield Shopping Centre, 651 653 654 656 660 667. Burpengary Plaza Shopping Centre, 664. Deception Bay Shopping Centre, 665 668. Central Lakes Shopping Village, 655. Hospitals: Caboolture Hospital, 655. Peninsula Private Hospital, 693 694 696 697. Pine Rivers Private Hospital, 669 670 671 672 673 674 680. Redcliffe Hospital, P315 660 680 696 697. Universities and TAFE: QUT Caboolture Campus, 655. Brisbane North Institute of TAFE Caboolture Campus, 655. Brisbane North Institute of TAFE Redcliffe Campus, 690. Attractions: Redcliffe Jetty, Humpybong Esplanade, 660 680 690 693 694 696 697 698 699. BG's Way, 660 680 690 693 696 697. Bribie Island Miniature Steam Train Rides, 642. Redcliffe Museum, 660 680 690 693. Visitor Information Centres: Bribie Island Visitor Information Centre, 640 642 643 644. Caboolture Community Information Centre, King Street, 651 652 653 654. Pine Rivers Visitor Information Centre, 670 680. Redcliffe Visitor Information Centre, P315 690. Redcliffe Central Visitor Information Centre, 660 680 690 693 694 696 697 698 699. Suburbs: Aspley, 680. Banksia Beach, 641. Beachmere, 652. Ballara, 640 641 642 643 644. Belmere, 653 654. Bongaree, 640 641 642 643 644. Bray Park, 669 670 671 672 673. Brendale, 670. Brighton, 690 695. Brisbane CBD, P315. Burpengary, 660 664. Burpengary East, 660. Caboolture, 640 643 649 651 652 653 654 655 657 660. Caboolture South, 651 653 654 660. Castledine, 680. Cashmere, 671. Chermside, 680. Clontarf, P315 690 693 694 695. Dacabin, 683 684 685. Deception Bay, 660 665 668. Ilimba, 649. Godwin Beach, 643. Griffin, 677 679. Joiner, 671 672 673 674. Kalanga, 675 676 677 679 680 681 683 684 685 687. Kippering, 660 680 690 693 694 695 696 697 698 699. Kawongba, 686. Launton, 669 673 674 680. Mango Hill, 679 680 681 682 684 687. Margate, P315 690 693 694 695 696 697. Morayfield, 651 653 654 656 660 667. Marumba Downs, 675 676 677 679. Narangba, 663 668. Newport, 698 699. Ningi, 640 643. North Lakes, 679 680 681 682 684 687 688 689. Petrie, 675 676 677 680 681 683 685 686 687. Redcliffe, P315 660 680 690 693 694 695 696 697 698 699. Rothwell, 660 680 695. Sandstone Point, 640 643 644. Sandgate, 690 695. Scarborough, P315 690 698 699. Strathpine, 669 670 671 672 673 674 680. Upper Caboolture, 656. Warner, 670 671 672. Woody Point, P315 690 693 694 696 697. Woorham, 640. How to use your network. You can use your Go card, CQ card, a travel card for visitors to southeast Queensland, or single one-way paper ticket to travel on all TransLink buses, trains and ferries in southeast Queensland. If you're using a combination of buses, trains or ferries, simply touch on and off at each trip. If you change from one train to another train without leaving the station, there is no need to touch off and then back on again. Simply touch off when you arrive at your destination. Go-card transfer rules. Note, Go-card transfer rules do not apply to transferring between services using CQ card. You can transfer up to 3 times across all zones. You have 6 hours to complete your journey. The final trip of the journey must start within 3.5 hours of when you started the first trip. There is a 1-hour time limit between transfers. Using a paper ticket. At the start of each trip, show your ticket to the bus driver, train station master if one is available, or ferry master. Paper ticket transfer rules. You can transfer as many times as you like. You must start the final trip before the expiry time printed on the ticket. If you are travelling within 1 to 10 zones, you have 2 hours to complete your journey as long as you start the last trip before the end of the 2 hours. If you are travelling within 11 zones or more, you have 3.5 hours to complete your journey, as long as you start the last trip before the end of the 3.5 hours. Return journeys are not permitted when using a single paper ticket. Journey Planner. TransLink's Journey Planner is the best way to plan your journey to your destination using public transport. Using Journey Planner is easy. Just visit translink.com.au on your computer or mobile device and enter your departure address and destination. Journey Planner tells you the best way to get there with maps and walking directions. Visit translink.com.au for more information. Tickets and fares. Go-card is the smartest option when travelling on public transport in southeast Queensland. Save with Go-card. Travel using Go-card and save at least 30% compared to the cost of a single paper ticket. Receive 20% off your Go-card fare when travelling off-peak. Off-peak is from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m, after 7 p.m. weekdays until 3 a.m. the following day, and statewide Queensland gazetted public holidays. In June 2013, the state government announced a 12-month trial of an earlier off-peak start time of 8:30 a.m. instead of 9 a.m, starting January 2014. Make 9 Go-card journeys in a week, Monday to Sunday, and travel free for the rest of the week. Senior and pensioner Go-card holders who make 2 or more Go-card journeys in one day travel free for the rest of the day. Buy and top up all over town. Buy a Go-card at over 580 locations or top up at over 1,600 locations, including many Queensland rail stations, some busway stations, selected newsagents and 7-Eleven stores. Top up your Go-card as often as you want, with as little as $5 or as much as $200. Always remember to touch on and touch off. Using Go-card is easy. Simply remember to always touch on at the beginning of your journey and touch off at the end of your journey. Make Go-card yours, or it could be anyone's. Register your Go-card so that if the card is lost or stolen, the travel balance will always remain safe. Registering your card also means that you can access your Go-card account online and over the phone. Save 30% with Go-card. Travel using Go-card and save at least 30% compared to the cost of a single paper ticket. Call 131230 or visit translink.com.au. Great state, great opportunity. TransLink, Queensland Government. More information. For more information about your improved public transport network, visit translink.com.au or phone 131230 anytime. Interpreter service 131230. National Relay Service TTY and modem 133677. Direct TTY 33693377. Accessible Transport translink.com.au/accessible transport. Speech-to-speech relay service 1300 555 727. To request a CD to be sent out to you, please call 131230. This has been a Queensland Narrating Service recording of a new public transport network for the Moreton Bay region, made on behalf of TransLink. Your narrator was Kay Stevenson in November